show y'all a little of the scenery back here. It's a big old black cloud right there, and I hope it don't rain. We've had enough rain, y'all. My yard is just squishy. Some of my plants are not doing well because they've had too much water. I made a little video yesterday. I hadn't released it yet. I probably will later on this afternoon. I dug some of my potatoes because I noticed the stems were dying. The leaves were turning yellow. And I thought it's too early for me to dig those potatoes. And I went over and looked, and they were just mush at the ground. The stems were just mushy. Just rotting off from the water. So I got a nice bowl of potatoes, but y'all, I should have got bushels of potatoes. So I don't know. I might try to replant some more when this rain passes in one of my raised beds. There's 2 or 3 other roads I could take to get to this church. But I always, y'all forgive me for losing my voice. My allergies, all this rain is what it is. I think it's just got a lot of mold. And it's really getting to me today. Making me have a lot of mucus. I'm not sick. It's just something in the air that's aggravating me today. I went to visit my son the other evening, and bless his heart, he had been sitting out at the barbershop downtown waiting to get a haircut, and the cottonwood trees are blooming here bad. Like if you get around a cottonwood tree, it's like it's snowing under it. Those little fuzzy things coming on. And the cottonwood tree downtown had him going. Y'all, that little garden to the left right there is usually so beautiful. It looks like the rain's washed it out. The rain has just destroyed, I don't know how many of my friends' gardens, and they've replanted. We'd think the rain had passed, and then that just flooding rain comes back and washes it out again. So I don't know if anybody's going to have any vegetables this year. You're fine, buddy. We're almost to the food pantry. You're fine. We're going to get groceries. They know what that is. If you tell them you want to go get groceries, oh boy, they load up and they're ready to go. there to the right. So y'all leave me a comment. Tell me how the weather is where you live. I know below us has been getting just flooded out. North of us has been getting tornadoes. Y'all, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I get on YouTube and watch YouTube on my TV sometimes, and all those videos, YouTube will feed them, to you. And I'll click on those videos, and oh man, it's just, literally, I just sit there and say a prayer, because I just don't know what else to do. It's just, I can't imagine being displaced from my home like that. We fuss about frivolous things. If you think about it, I mean, things that people complain about, y'all, it's really sad. We shouldn't. And both of my hands are up. I'm guilty, but I am working on it. I'm trying to do better. I really am. The Lord's been dealing with me with a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to improve. Nobody ever arrives. Nobody ever, it's perfect. But I try. I do try. And I've really been trying hard lately, especially since I found this church about a year ago and got back in church. But it wasn't that I didn't want to go to church, y'all. There wasn't a church around here that I wanted to go to. Like, I can't even get into the reasons why, because that's not even the right thing to do. But I went to so many churches after my church for 20 years wasn't there anymore. And it was hard to find a church that you could call home. There's a lot of reasons. I'll never talk about it on YouTube, never make a video about it. But the Lord knows my heart, and He knows my reasons. But it just wasn't home. You go, like if you go to a restaurant, or if you go to visit somebody's house the first time, or even meeting a person, and you just bond with them, and you feel like you've known them your whole life. Like they're really your sister or your brother, and you don't know why you feel that way. But that's how it was when I'd go to these churches. Some of them I only went one time, and I knew immediately it wasn't for me, just by something that they said or they believed in or something. And my home church that I went to, doggy, get out of the road. You're going to get run over. Looks like a hound, bloodhound, mixed bloodhound. Anyway, the first time I went to that church, y'all, I knew that was where I was supposed to be immediately. Like, after that one day, and that church was packed, and we got there a little late, and they set us on the front row. The ushers took us down to the front row, and I just felt totally at home. Because usually if you go visit at a church, you kind of hang to the back, unless you know somebody, you go sit with them, but we just kind of got seated at the front, and I never missed a Sunday or Wednesday, unless I was very sick, which was very rarely in 20 years, I'm telling y'all. But when I found this church where I'm going now, I had that feeling of, this is it, this is home. So occasionally I miss a Wednesday because I just can't get there in time because of something that's going on. But I haven't missed because of sickness. Just things like a storm came through and some stuff stuff happened and I couldn't make it because of the storm. But I go every Sunday and every Wednesday. And I've invited a lot of people since I've been going. And a lot of those people, they all don't, but I haven't give up hope yet. But a lot of people that I've invited are coming, and they call it home. And it's just a good place to be. If you're ever in my area, you're welcome to come visit. You're welcome to come visit. But I just feel happy inside every time I see a face come in the door of somebody that I've invited. So if you go to church, please invite your neighbors and your family and your people you run into. A few years ago, I told some friends, it was really sad. They knew I always went to church, grew up in church, always was in church, got saved and baptized when I was about 13. And when I wasn't going to church because our church closed, it wasn't because I quit, it was because our church closed and I couldn't find a church home. Y'all, my family and my friends did not invite me to their church. I just couldn't believe it. Because I invite everybody. Anybody that watches this video, if you're local and I've invited you to church, I want you to comment below. Because I invite everybody I see. Everybody. If you don't have a church or if you'd like to come visit, this is the address, this is the time. I mean, I'm like the town crier. I love this church and I want people to come and enjoy it like I do. But like I said, several of my friends are coming. 2 of my high school friends are coming. And their family, they got their families coming, their whole families. And there's a lot of other people there that I know. I'm not really friends with them, but I know who they are. But anyway, with that said, invite somebody to church. I'm glad you rode along with me. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Y'all be blessed. Know you're loved. Jesus loves you more. And we'll see y'all in the next video.